I'm going to give you a few scriptures this morning that I want to talk about. But again, we should welcome everybody. This is a community. When you come to my live, you're going to see some of the same faces on here every day. You're going to see some of the same. So you might as well call them your family. You might as well get used to some of the names that you see. You know, you might as well just get used to it, because you're going to see the same people here. All right. You're going to see some of the same people because, you know, many people are going to the next level. You know, people are going to the next level. People are learning every day, but you got to guard your ear before you shape. You know, you got to guard your ear. This week, guard your ear. Guard what you listen to. We're doing a series this week. It's called The Voices That Shape, The Voices You Let Shape Your Life. Now, this is important because many of us, we keep allowing voices to shape what we think and what we do. I love this scripture I want you to write down. It's in Proverbs 13:20. It says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." I also want you to write down Proverbs 4:23. It says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." And another scripture that I like is 1 Corinthians 15:33. It says, "Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners." Did you just hear what I just said? Evil communication corrupt good manners. But before you step into this day, I just want you to hear this very clearly, that everybody does not deserve your ear. Everybody don't deserve access to your mind. I want you to think about what I'm saying. And you got to ask yourself, do everybody really deserves a spot to speak into my life? Everybody don't deserve access to your emotions. Why are you telling some people about what you're going through? Why are you doing that? I don't care if it's an only guy on your job, but you may be married. You might be in a committed relationship. Bro, you might be in a committed relationship. Everybody don't deserve access to your emotions. Maybe not even the other person that you're talking to. Maybe it's a friend, or it's a family member, or maybe it's a parent. Sometimes some things don't deserve access to it. And I also want you to think about this. Everybody who has an opinion does not have wisdom. Did you just hear what I just said? I know it's early in the morning and you may not understand what we're talking about, but if you keep listening, you might learn something. Everybody who has an opinion does not have wisdom. I said what I said. I hate to even talk like that, but it be the truth. Some people who have an opinion, they just be opinionated dummies. I really hate to say it. They have no substance. They have no meat with what they say. Sometimes your confusion is not because God did not give you clarity. Many of you be like, "I'm so confused about life. You know, I'm confused." We all get confused, but it's not because God didn't give us clarity. Sometimes we be confused because too many voices. I want you to put in the comment, too many voices. Just too many. I said what I said. It's too many voices. Sometimes I'm telling you right now, it's because of too many voices. Yeah, you have them speaking where only wisdom should have access. You have too many voices speaking where wisdom should have the access. So this morning we are guarding our ear. We're guarding our heart. We're guarding our peace. We're guarding what God is trying to do in us. Do you really believe that God is trying to do something in you? I want to see what your belief system is right now. Do you really believe that God is trying to do something in you right now? I can tell you this, God is always trying to do something in you. I'm just being honest. He's the best father. He's the creator. He's the one who really look over your life. He's the one that tells death, get away. He's the one that guard you. He's the one that he's the one that don't judge you like the world do. Yeah. He's the one that have real forgiveness. See, men judge different. Men judge you. I remember in the scriptures when David got in trouble, God asked him, he said, look, do you want me to judge you or do you want the men to judge you? David said, look, hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got to live a new life. We got to take this wrong voice. We got to take this stuff serious. We got to take this stuff very serious because the wrong voice can make you doubt the right thing. The wrong voice. Man, I be saying to myself, God, keep the wrong voice away from me. Because I got so many goals and things that I want to achieve. And I don't want I don't want the wrong voice keeping me from doubting the right thing. And when I look over my life and how many times I've failed and how many times I've struggled, you often find that many of us have lost opportunity and lost because we listened to the wrong voice and we ended up doubting the right thing. You know, sometimes I want you to think about this. The wrong voice can make you suspicious of the right person. There might be a person in your life right now that is really right for you. They may have been a person in your life that was right for you. If this is really touching your heart, I forgot to say, drop some likes in here. Let's get these likes up. Today I have a 400,000 goal this morning that we do 400,000 likes this morning. See what that does? You know, it helps get the right voice around the world. You know, I like to say each one we reach one. When we like and we share and we comment, look, that helps get the right voice around. We have so many wrong voices. So will you help me this morning and definitely help like this post and this broadcast and so that they can push it in the algorithm. But yeah, so the wrong voice, it can make you suspicious of the right person. The wrong voice, it can make you walk away from right opportunity. Yeah. Some opportunity be staring you in your face, but you get the wrong voice. You literally get the wrong voice. Yeah, I'm just saying what I'm saying. The wrong voice. Let me tell you how serious it is, man. The wrong voice can make you question what God already made clear. Think about what I'm saying. The wrong voice. It can make you question what God have already told you. He've already showed you. He gave you confirmation. I'm just saying. Think about this morning before we start our day. I just want you to ponder on this before we start our day. This week, we are in a series, and I want you to be a part of it. This week's series, the voices you let shape your life. That's what we're talking about this week, okay? This week. Last night, we started, with Sunday night alignment, and our topic last night was be careful who gets a voice in your next season. I want to speak something into your life right now. You have another season that's coming. You have another season where it's going to be detrimental to you to make sure you have the right voice. It's going to be detrimental. And many of you right now, you are in a season of brokenness. You are in a season of real pain. You are in a season of real growth. And so you have to have the right voice. And it's okay that you are in a season of pain. Whether we believe it or not, all of us have some type of pain going on in our life in some area. All of us have to be healed from things we have learned that was not right. All of us we have to grow. And in order to grow, guess what we go through? Pain. Did you just hear what I just said? So we got to be careful what voice in this season or in your next season. You got to be careful who gets a voice. I'm just saying. But this morning, we are setting the tone, okay? Because tonight, we're talking about the pain of letting the wrong people speak into your life. But this morning, we setting the tone. This morning, we choose discernment. This morning, we're going to start our week off, and we're going to choose wisdom. This morning, we're going to choose peace. And this morning, we're going to decide, I will not let every voice shape what God is trying to build in me. I want to, if this is you and you are really, at a point in your life and you're tired of listening to the voices that try to tell you things that is not true, I want you to comment, I will stand strong. If you are going to have discernment in this next season and you are not going to let the voices just shape what God is trying to build in you, I want you to comment, I will stand strong. I will stand strong. Because I'm making a declaration myself right now to say to myself, look, Mark, I'm going to stand strong. I don't care who have to voice an opinion. I don't care. I will not let their opinion shape my future. Yeah, I will stand strong. I want you to write this down. The wrong voice. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. The wrong voice. The wrong voice does not have to ruin your whole life. No. It only has to convince you to doubt what was right long enough for you to miss it. Did you just hear what I just said? The wrong voice. It don't have to ruin your life. Nope. It only has to convince you to doubt what was right long enough for you to miss it. And if you think about that, I want you to think about the times you lost opportunity, you lost people, and you had the wrong voice, maybe the wrong understanding because of the wrong voice. And you found out after the fact, dang, I really lost this person, or I lost this opportunity because I listened to the wrong person. Man, I tell you, life be tripping sometimes. Life would be what it is sometimes. It just trips me out because it's so real. It's so real when we go through these things. It's so real. But when I think about Proverbs 13:20, it says, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. I like this scripture because it's very clear and it's a very intentional word. It's very intentional. Wisdom is not just only something you study. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm about to drop some gems in your spirit right now, in your soul. Like, if you can just focus in and listen, this is the vibration you need. Look, wisdom is just not something you study. It's not just something you hear people talk about. Wisdom is something you walk with. You should be telling yourself, God, I'm going to walk in your wisdom. Wisdom is something you walk with. I'm just saying. It's not only that you got to study and get wisdom, right? No, you also you walk with it. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Wisdom is something you walk with. And I want to tell you right now, I don't know who you are. I don't know what state you're in, but I want to say who you walk with, it starts to shape how you think. This is why I had to cut my old friends off. This is why I had to cut family members off, because some of them, most of them, they don't walk in wisdom. They walk in straight foolishness. I'm sorry. If y'all watching me, God got us related, not me. Some of you walk like straight. I can't hang with you because you have no common sense. I'm just saying. So you want to know why Lil Mark don't, see, they call me Lil Mark because my dad's Mark Sr. They call me Lil Mark. You know why Lil Mark don't fool with you? Because you're stupid. I mean, because you got some issues, and I can't walk with you because of the way you think. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be that person, but I am. Because I realize we only get one life to live. And if I continue to walk with people who don't have any common sense, if I continue to walk with people who don't want to learn, who you walk with, it starts to shape how you think. I've seen my cousins get with the wrong side of the family and they end up becoming nothing in their life. Ooh, I wish I can call a name right now. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't do that to you though, cuz. I'll let you make it. But one of my cousins decided to go choose the wrong side of the family to grow up with. She have nothing. She have nothing. Because who she walked with was not wise men. So I'm just saying, wisdom is something you walk with. You should be saying, God, I want to walk with wisdom around me. I want to walk indoors with wise men, wise women. I want to walk indoors with wise friends, wise wisdom. Because who you listen to starts to shape what you believe. Who you sit with starts to shape what feels normal in your life. This is why you have to be careful. I don't want you to be going in fear. I'm not trying to give you fear. I'm just trying to give you solid wisdom. If this is touching your soul, share this live with me. Share this live with somebody who could learn from what I'm saying. Can you do that for me? If you can share this live, maybe text it to your child, maybe text it to somebody that could really benefit. Who you sit with starts to shape what feels normal. I'm just telling you the truth. And then some people, you get mad when somebody who is leading you saying, look, I don't want you hanging with that type of person. You say, oh, you're trying to control me. No. A lot of times people ain't trying to control you. They're trying to save you from making foolish decisions. If you were married, why are you hanging with the streets? I don't understand. Men or women. What type of conversations y'all gonna be talking about? I'm just saying, some people think you boo-boo the fool. Like, why would you want to be hanging with, okay, all right, let me put it like this. You have somebody in a committed relationship, and all they do is they walk around and hang around with somebody who like to play in the streets. Do y'all believe that type of person can have an impact on somebody? Can y'all answer that question for me? If you was talking to somebody and let's say you in a married relationship and you allow your spouse to go out and hang with a whole bunch of single people who they living a life drinking and just having fun and running their body count up. Would you say that it is safe for your person to just be hanging with them? Is it safe for your person to be hanging with that type of person? Yes or no? Is it safe for your person to hang with a person that is not in the same thing that you're in? Now, this is something that that is real serious. Is not safe. And that's why I be saying, and people be like, you controlling you, bro. She not trying to control you. She trying to save you. Because she realized that if you hang with a whole bunch of unfaithful men, you might mess around here and become unfaithful, because there's a lot of voices going on. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of spirits going on. You have to be a spiritually strong person. Now, if you cool with it, you cool with it. I ain't trying to tell you how to live your life. All I'm saying is that some people, they don't destroy you with one big event. See, that's what you be waiting on in life. You be waiting for this one big blowout or this one big thing to come in your life. No, this thing slowly happens in your life. Addiction is just not one thing. No, it's slow. It's slow. They slowly shape you. And you might be saying, well, Mark, how is that possible? Well, with repeated conversations, same conversations, repeatedly. Yeah, they start to shape you with fear. The wrong conversations, the wrong people, they start to shape you with doubt, and they start to shape you with gossip. I'm just saying. And it's not always about them shaping you to betray people. No, they can be shaping you to do other things. They can be shaping you to become a no good person. They can be shaping you. I'm just saying. This is how it happens. Sometimes they shape you with jealousy. You get with that one friend who always talking about everybody else winning, but y'all not winning. This person think they so that, look, she done went and got her body done after having these kids, and she didn't even get her body done. What if she went to the gym? Sometimes conversations, they shape you with jealousy. They shape you with bitterness. They shape you with broken advice. And if you keep listening long enough, you may start thinking their fear is wisdom. You might start thinking that their suspicion is discernment. You might start thinking that their bitterness is protection. I'm just trying to warn somebody today that you got to be careful who you listen to. You do. You have to be careful who you listen to. You may start thinking, literally, they're trying to protect me. No. Sometimes you just got to keep yourself safe. Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. The issues of life. I'm just saying. This is very important for you to pay attention to. Thank you. This is very important for you to pay attention to. Out of your heart are all the issues of life. You got to protect your heart. You do. You got to protect your heart. You got to guard your heart. Because out of your heart are the issues of life. See, let me tell you something about your heart. Your heart matters. Whether you believe it or not, your heart matters. Whether you accept it or not, your heart matters. What gets into your heart, it matters. What keeps touching your heart, it matters. What keeps feeding your heart, it matters. Because your heart affects your life. I'm talking about your spiritual heart. Shoot, your natural heart too. You got to protect that. Quit eating all that fried chicken. all this fried food, processed food. That's a different conversation. But I'm just trying to get you to understand that the voices you listen to is so important for you to pay attention. Your heart, it affects your choices. Your heart, it affects your peace. Are you listening to what I'm saying? This is real life. This is real life. Your heart, it affects your peace. Your heart, it affects your relationship. You ever been in a relationship and you notice that somebody got something going on in their heart and they treat you different? And people say, I wonder what's done got into you. Have anybody ever heard somebody say that? I wonder what's done got into you. Because they realize something done got into your heart, something done got into your mind, and now you treating me different. And now you're saying things that doesn't make sense. And now you're treating me like I'm this person, and you're treating me like I'm that person. Why are you doing this? Because somebody somewhere, some voice somewhere, maybe a song, maybe a movie, maybe a reel, maybe something. And some people, it's just the truth. Your heart affects your faith, what you believe. Your heart, it affects your faith, what you believe. It does. Sometimes people be looking at the Discovery Channel and they see the lions eating, lunch. And then you hear this one friend say, or you see this one reel say, I just can't believe that the lions is out here just eating up on these deers and zebras and stuff. It's just not right. It's just not right that the lions is eating up all these zebras and deers and stuff. These be a true story. And people, you start to let this stuff get in your heart and it start affecting your faith. Now you mad at God because lions is out here eating what they supposed to eat. I don't understand it, but I do understand it. I'm just saying what you allow to get in your heart, it affects your faith. When I think about what affects people's faith, sometimes it be straight foolishness you allow to get in your heart. Why in the world are you mad? You ain't talking about the sharks that's out here eating all the fish. You ain't talking about these whales that's out here eating. But they eat a lot of plankton and stuff, but they do got the killer whales out there. They eat too. Well, I'm just saying there's groups and organizations that's out here right now. They are moving with the spirit of foolishness and people are putting that stuff in their heart. You mad that this this lion is going out here to eat. If you went to school, you'll know that there's an animal kingdom. What he's going to eat? Grass? He was built to eat what God had made for him to eat. I don't understand sometimes people, you let the wrong stuff get into your heart and then now it's messing up your faith. I'm serious. It be serious. I'm serious. You upset now. What you let get in your heart, it affects your faith. You let people tell you God ain't real. You go listen to these fairy tale reels of people who have no substance, people who have no heart. You go listen to them. And then it start affecting your faith. Now you looking at God like, man, is you real? And then you say, you have this one friend say, if God really loved you, he wouldn't have never let this happen to you. Girl, this man came into your life. If God really loved you, like he wouldn't have. Those type of friends, they don't know what they talking about. I'm sorry, you need to run for your life. They finna get ready to point you into the wrong place. Your heart affects your faith in what you believe. Many of you don't have the faith to believe that you can keep going. You don't have the faith to believe that you're a good person because of what and who you allow to let get in your heart. So this morning, before this week gets louder, yes, before this week start to get loud, I want you to decide who gets access. There's some people in your life that's been messing with your faith. There's some people in your life that's been messing with your relationships, that's been messing with your peace. This week, I want you to decide who gets access to you. You cannot have a clear spirit with a crowded ear. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I just read a comment. Somebody says their child, their older daughter, sometimes is so negative. Sometimes you gotta tell your daughter, don't forget, you still the mother now. When that child was a kid and that child was in there being loud, what you used to tell that child? Come on now, don't act like you ain't the mother. Now, sometimes in the real world, you got to tell that child, look, sit down, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear that foolishness you talking about. That's the truth. Sometimes, if my dad is fed up, he gonna say, hey, Junior, shut your mouth, boy. I'm tired of hearing that foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes in life, that's really how we really have to be with people. We really have to be like, I ain't trying to tell you to shut up, but hey, I'm tired of hearing stuff that is not. I'm tired of hearing your theories and your conspiracies about life and I look at your life, you have no substance. So this morning, we got to have truth. This morning, we got to tell the truth. The truth is, some of you are not weak-minded. No. You've been telling yourself, well, maybe I got a weak mind for listening to this person. That's not it. You've been saying, my mind ain't been strong enough, Mark. I just feel like I've been failing because I have a weak mind. That's not it. That's not it. What it is you are overexposed. You too exposed. Yeah. And I know right now you probably saying, Mark, what does that mean clearly? What does that mean? That means you have too many opinions going on at one time. You got too many mouths going on at one time. You do. You got too many broken people talking at one time. That's why I say, God, give me a healed circle. And if my circle is not healed, I pray that you begin to heal my circle. Because I don't want to be overexposed. I don't really want to have too many opinions, too many wrong opinions, too many broken people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Too many bitter voices, too many people projecting. See, when you become overexposed, this becomes a real deal issue. And it's not that it's not that your mind is weak. You're just overexposed. You got too many options going on. You got your righteous family. You got your judgmental family. You got your evil people. You just got so much stuff going on. You got people speaking from fear. You got people speaking around you from pain. You got people who ain't never built nothing in their life trying to tell you how to build. Now, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. People be in your life trying to tell you how to build, but they ain't never built nothing. People be in your life trying to tell you how to lead, but ain't never led nobody. People be in your life trying to tell you how to cook and they can't cook. Because they done seen a few videos on Instagram and they think they can cook now. Boy. There's some people you think they can go out here and barbecue, but every time you barbecue your meat, it tastes like charcoal. I mean, like lighter fluid. I don't understand. You told everybody you could go out here and you could really barbecue, but every time somebody tastes your food, it just tastes like straight fluid. Like, come on now. You ain't built nothing. Clearly, you ain't built the correct regimen to get your food to taste right. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it just be too many people out here who was never healthy trying to tell you what love is. Listen to what I'm saying this morning. There be too many people trying to tell you how to love somebody, but never was in a real deal relationship. Yes, if a person that went through a divorce, that don't mean that they can't tell you about something with a relationship. But if that person was in a divorce or in a marriage where all those years was never healthy, they didn't produce anything good, it was just all unhealthy, but they trying to tell you about love, that may not be the type of person you want to get advice from. Many people, they fail as kids by listening to your parents or parent who is still unhealthy. And they try to tell you what love is. Now, that's one of the things that we suffer with as a people, because when we love somebody, we listen to them, whether it's healthy or not. And I tell people, just because it's familiar don't mean it's safe. We listen to people sometimes because we feel like they deserve to speak things into our life. But how can they help us with our love life if they never lived a healthy love life? If my dad had a whole bunch of outside kids, and no shade to you, bro, no shade. But what I'm saying is if most of his life he was a womanizer and he never took a woman serious, he got divorced, why would I really want to go to him for some real advice, some healthy advice on what love is? Because unless he don't really had a God moment, unless God don't really changed his life, unless he transformed and he's a new person, if he's still the same old dad, still drinking or still just with the same old way, I'm sorry, ain't nothing changed but time. He just got older. See, in this world, you gonna understand, there's a lot of old dummies. I'm sorry, I gotta say what I gotta say. It's the truth. There's a lot of old, foolish people. They didn't change, and you think because they older they change. Automatically in your mind as a kid, we think that all adults know more than we do. Sometimes these children have more common sense than the adults. Ooh, I'm just saying. If I'm lying, I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. But if I'm telling the truth, drop a 100 in the comment. I'm serious. Sometimes these kids got more sense than some of the adults. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. We see it every day in reels. We see it every day around our world. We see it in our news. Too many people who never loved healthy trying to tell you what love is. You got all your homeboys trying to tell you, big dog, what love is. You got all your homegirls who ain't had a man for real. All your homegirls, and then some of you so foolish enough to just listen to random girls that you don't even know. You've never built a relationship with. Too many people who never had real love, real healthy love, trying to tell you what love is. Think about that for a minute. I'm just saying. You got too many people who have never healed trying to tell you. They ain't never healed, but they trying to tell you who to trust. And after a while, you listening to these type of people, guess what happened to your mind? Your mind start to get crowded. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your mind, it starts to get crowded. It starts to get overloaded. Your spirit starts to get cluttered. Your peace, it starts to get unstable now. It's like, I remember what they said. Maybe this is this and this is that. Your decisions, they don't feel clean no more. Your confidence, it goes up and down based on who you talk to last. And I got to be real with you. That is not alignment. That's not alignment. That is access without boundaries. That is access without boundaries. And this morning, we are correcting that. Okay? We're correcting that this morning. I want to give you 3 morning tips. I want to give you 3 morning points. And these points are going to help you guide what you listen to. I want you to write this down because I'm literally trying to help you get to the next level. There are some wrong voices in your life that have been speaking. And if you keep allowing these voices to speak, your future is in jeopardy. Your future is in danger. Your favor, your blessing. See, you're in a season where God is trying to bless you. You're in a season right now where God is trying to do special things for you. And if you don't get what I'm talking to this morning, you're going to lose it. You ever heard this term that says snooze before you lose? I'm just saying. It's time for you to pause, and it's time for you to say, look, I need to observe who I'm listening to, because if I'm going to ever be a blessed person, I have to make sure that I walk with wisdom, not walk with foolishness. So tip number one, start the day with God's voice before people voices. Start the day with God's voice before people voices. Now just think about that, what I'm saying. Just think about what I'm saying. This is where it begins. Start your day. Before you check your text messages on your phone, before you check the reels, before you go to this, no. Do me a favor, change your patterns. It's going to change your life. I'm telling you, just try this out. Try it out. Just try it out. I'm a man of faith. And when we really put our faith to the test and we really apply pressure and we change patterns, things begin to change for us. So when I'm telling you, download your little app, Bible app, it's good for your life. You ain't even got to be a Christian. You ain't got to be none of that, but it's a good book to read. I'm just telling you. I think that what you should do before you do anything, at least read one scripture. At least one. At least one. Before you do anything, and make it your daily thing. Before you check a message, before you check an email, before you check comments, before you check the group chat, before you let somebody's attitude set the tone in your spirit, before you let somebody's opinion become the first voice in your mind, I say start with God's voice. I start with God's voice. That's what I want to look at. That's what I want to hear. God's voice. Think about what I'm saying. This is real life. I'm just trying to help you get to the next level. I'm trying to tell you how to start your day. Sometimes his voice and what he show you in the morning, if you really think about it, that could save your life. It can save your time. It could save you from the things that you would do because you slowed down before you got up, before you did anything. You just said, you know what? Let me just check. Let me see what the Lord told me first. Starts with God's voice. Start with God's voice. Start with truth. That's how you start your morning. Start your morning with truth. Start your morning with peace. You don't know what peace is? Put you on some vibrational music. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. Ladies, while you're doing your makeup, put on you something inspirational. Put on you something that's different than just all you got to do. Look, put on you some inspiration. Put on you some positivity. You want to start your day with peace. You know you getting ready to go to work with all these other women. And you know it's hard for women to work together. What? Because Linda get to hearing about Sheila and what Sheila got going on. And sometimes Sheila be coming to work trying to stunt, think she know what she talking about, and think she running something because she got a good man that pays all her bills, that she really don't even have to work, but she come to work to just show off the front of everybody. And so now Linda is jealous of Sheila. And then now you got Rhonda. Rhonda is real good friends with Linda. Now they teaming up against Sheila because they jealous. What I'm saying is, this is how it happens. Women, y'all go to work and there's always an issue on top of an issue on top of an issue. Somebody can come to work and they can just smell different. Oh, she thinks she all that because she got on the new Gucci. Oh my God, I can't stand her. You come to work sometimes, people be jealous because they jealous about you go on a vacation. Oh, she thinks she everything because she went to stay in her nice little hotel. Ooh, I can't stand her. Women, it's hard for you to go to work sometimes. I'm serious. So you have to start your morning with peace. You got to when you get to work, that's how you can have power. You be like, not today, devil. Not today. Not today. We not doing this today. Not today. I'm just trying to help somebody win. That's all I'm trying to do. I want you to start your morning. Why is it like that it's hard for women to work together? Why is it like that? And some people might be saying, well, you can't really say that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Every job I've ever had, every job I've ever worked, and if there was a group of women working together, if they didn't have somebody to keep them in order, it'd be chaos. Sometimes it'd be chaos. And then it don't start that way sometimes. Sometimes it's everybody cool. But it's someday somebody gonna come in there and think they the boss. Somebody gonna come in there and do something to really get everybody else attention, and then people gonna start to get to talking. I'm just saying. So women, I'm encouraging you to start your day with peace. Start it with prayer. Start it with a scripture. You already know what you're getting ready to go into. Men, we have to do the same thing. We have to start our day with God's voice, with truth, with peace. That way, by the time you get ready, you come home from work, you ain't got to come home with such negative energy, because you started your day the right way, you know. And sometimes when both people coming home with this same type of issue, I'm just saying. So start your day with stillness, because the first voice that you give access to, it could literally shape the posture of your whole day. I used to hear Les Brown saying, you got to control the spirit of your day. What you listen to in the morning is important. Now, I didn't learn this type of language from church, because church couldn't penetrate the thoughts of what I was trying to build in my life. I had to go out here and I learned this from a mentor that I've never met in person. You got to control the spirit of the day. You have greatness in you. This is what I would be listening to in the morning time. This is what I would be listening throughout the day. Because I realized that the voice that gives access to me is going to shape my whole day. It's going to shape my future. And if the first voice you hear in the morning is fear, you may start your day guarded. You wake up in the morning and it's like, man, the first voice I hear is fear. I get on TikTok or I get on IG, I get on social media. First thing I hear, oh, that person got towed up. God, dog, how that happen? You be like, oh, this person got in a car wreck. Oh my goodness. Before you start your day, you already in fear. You guarded. This is what people do. You get on your phone first thing in the morning. You know, you might have 2 or 3 phones. You know, first thing you see. Oh, okay. Dang, that's crazy. You see a celebrity. Oh, that's crazy. How did that happen? You hear this gossip, and now sometimes your whole day is distracted. It's distracted because you heard gossip. Somebody cheating on this person. Somebody done robbed this person. Somebody done did this. You start your whole day. Now your day is distracted. If the first voice you hear is criticism, you may start your day insecure. Listen to what I'm saying. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, it's just me and God. I don't want to hear no criticism. I don't want to hear nothing. Sometimes it's just like, look, I just need to. I'm just saying, this is why many of you might be insecure. You got to wake up to hearing criticism. Soon as you open your eyes, that's probably why you're insecure. If the first voice that you hear is pressure, you know what I mean? If you wake up, right, and the first voice you hear is those bills you got to pay. The first voice you hear when you wake up is, dang, I got to pay bills. You may start the day heavy. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you to practice, because when you put God's voice first, when you can start from a different place. When you put his voice first, you can start from a different place. You can start from a peaceful place. You can start from a wisdom place. You start right away. You start your day with clarity. Right away, you start your day with covering. And that's why morning matters. That's why morning matters. That's why I wanted to start doing morning sessions. Because the world gets loud. It does. But I think that you should get in a good practice to say, look, even though the world is loud, I'm going to allow God to speak first. If you agree with what I'm saying, I want you to put God first in the comments. God first. I'm putting God first. People say they put God first. But right now, if you are saying God first, you are declaring right now, you are saying with your mind, you are saying, I'm going to start putting God first when I get up in the morning. Before I listen to other people, I'm putting God first. I want you to write this down. Do not let people's voices become louder than God's voice before you start your day. All right, let me get to the next tip. That one went a little longer than expected. The second tip is, this morning I'm giving you 3 tips. The second tip is, refuse conversations that pull you into fear, gossip, or confusion. Refuse conversations that pull you into fear, gossip, or confusion. You got to refuse these conversations. This week, I want you to be careful what conversations you entertain. Listen to what I'm saying, because I'm telling you there's something special getting ready to take place in your life, and I don't want you to miss it. There's a blessing, there's favor getting ready to be added unto you. I don't want you to miss it. Some conversations do not just waste time, they shift your spirit. They pull you into fear. They pull you into gossip. They pull you into judgment. They pull you into your old thinking, and they pull you into suspicious thoughts. They pull you into emotional reactions. They pull you out of your peace. And if you're not careful, you will spend all day recovering from a conversation you never should have had in the first place. You don't believe me, right? I know. There's some of us right now, when we get tired driving on the interstate, if we can find something to listen to, shoot, it'll keep us up. Conversations be just that powerful. You be sleeping 1 minute, in a conversation. Oh, you don't believe me, right? How many people can watch a Netflix series, a show, and if that mug is good, it don't matter how sleepy you is, you ain't going to sleep. You ain't going to sleep. Boy, they got this new one right now. Oh my goodness. On Netflix. Oh, I don't know who wrote this show, but this mug is deep. I was just struggling the other night. I'm like, man, it's 4 a.m. I'm sleepy. That's what it is. Somebody done already said it. Somebody done already said it. Boy, this thing remind me of Power. I'm like, oh, I don't know who made this show, but I'm looking on Netflix like, look, I'm ready to pay cash dollars to watch the next series now. Like, it's just that powerful. I'm like, I said, I don't know what's going on. Like, this right here different. This different. And that's how conversations be. It be so good, that mug just keep you up. Y'all know what y'all talking about in these comments. That's definitely the show. I'm sorry. With Netflix, they keep dropping bangers like that, they gonna take over. I promise, they gonna take over everything. I'm talking about, man, I literally had to cut my TV off. I said, you're not doing this to me tonight. You're not doing this to, because I don't watch TV, but when I do, I have a real problem of letting stuff go, because I be wanting to know what's going to happen. Yeah, I be wanting to know what's going to happen. And that's how conversations happen. When people pull you out of your peace, when people pull you into these emotional reactions, it be just that strong. It be just that strong to have power to power you up the entire day. Can't wait to get back. Can't wait to get with this person next so you can finish hearing about the foolishness, or you can finish hearing about somebody doing this and somebody doing that. This is why you need boundaries with your ear. Some calls don't need to be answered today. This week, I want you to put in your mind, some calls don't need to be answered. Some calls don't need to be answered. Listen to what I'm saying. This week, some calls don't need to be answered. Some texts don't need a response. Some gossip does not need your agreement. I want you to think about this. If your friends only call you to talk about mess, you need to tell them, look, I don't want to hear anything this week. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody this week. It's not going to pay my bills. It's not going to help me. It's not going to do anything great for me right now at this point. I don't want to put that in my spirit. See, when you understand this, there's another level of maturity and growth in you. You can't wake up every day so invested in somebody else's drama. Do you know that is like spiritually draining? That is emotionally draining. It's not even, I'm not telling you to be rude. That's not what I'm telling you this for. I don't want you to be rude. I just want you to be responsible about your peace. Can you do that? Can you go through this day and start your mornings being responsible about your peace? You be doing all this crying, saying, God, I want peace in my life. I want peace. But you allow yourself to ingest so much drama and so much hatred and so much foolishness and so many different things, and then you can't get the peace you want because you never learn how to protect your peace. See, protecting your peace is telling people, look, I don't want to hear that. There's a quote I made on my social media, and the quote was, I don't want to hear nobody's problems. I don't want to hear it. So don't come to me. I'm serious. I don't want to hear it. And you have to go through seasons in your life, and this is how you protect your peace. This is how you protect your mind. This is how you protect your spirit, because everything ain't for you to keep entertaining. So this week, you can't afford to let every communication pull you out of alignment. I'm just saying. Some conversations don't need closure. They just need boundaries. And the third tip that I want to give you this week, the third tip, that just made me think about this scripture when I said communication. I don't want to leave this out. I don't want to leave this out. Evil communication, it corrupts people. There's no way that you could really fix this or make it sound better. Evil communication, it corrupts good manner. I tell my business partners right now, and I got some gutter business partners. I'm serious. A few of them that are in business with me, their mouth is so nasty. When they call me, they respect me. I don't want to hear no cussing from you. I don't want to hear this in my spirit. Like, I'm just trying to get my day started, and you call me cussing and saying F this and F that, this effing person and all of this. I'll be like, bro, look, I don't want to hear that, bro. Fix the way you talk to me, fam. I don't got you. You don't have to. I'm not your just your normal friend. When you talk to me, I want to hear good communication, because I understand that evil communication, it corrupts good manner. Before you know it now, might want to cuss a little bit. Before you know it now, I might want to start doubting and speaking negative now. Before you know it now, then you're like, dang, why is it that I want to do this now? Maybe because somebody in my life, all they do is just call me with all this cussing and all of this evil talking, and every day, man, you're going to miss something. You're going to miss something with these type of friends. You got to set boundaries with your friends. You gotta set boundaries with your friends. I'm just saying. So the third thing I want to talk about, this is the third point this morning. Feed the voice that strengthens your future, not the voice that weakens your peace. Whatever is feeding you, whatever voice you feed, it will grow. Do you know that's why people who say, man, Mark, I've been coming to therapy, man, and I've been changing. I've been going to the next level. Whatever voice you feed, it will grow. So the different things and messages you listen to, and that's why I tell people, look, you're hurting, find out what's hurting and learn about what's hurting. You find that specific thing out and you feed yourself. There's something in you that needs to grow. Maybe if you're dealing with anger, you go listen to different anger healings. You go listen to things that can help you deal with that. Whatever voice you feed will grow. If you keep feeding fear, guess what? Fear gets louder. If you keep feeding doubt, doubt gets stronger. I don't think I can do it, or, I'm just trying. Quit saying you trying, and we all have this problem. Instead of just saying, I'm going to do it, you say, I'm going to try to do it. No, sometimes if we keep feeding that type of language, this is what happens in our life. If you keep feeding gossip, gossip shapes your perception. You keep feeding gossip, it shapes your perception. If you keep feeding bitterness, bitterness starts sounding normal, like it's just a normal thing. If you keep feeding insecurity, your confidence becomes harder to hold. But if you feed truth, truth gets stronger. If you feed wisdom, wisdom gets clearer. If you feed faith, faith starts rising. You understand what I'm saying? If you feed peace, peace becomes easier to protect. If you feed discipline, discipline becomes more natural. If you feed healing, and many of you saying, Mark, I want to heal, I want to grow, but if you feed healing, healing starts to become your language. This is why therapy begins to change your life, because you feed healing in your life. You feed healing. It starts to become your language. Now you can start understanding, and you can have a word for the things you feel. You can have the knowledge for things you feel. So today, I just want to ask, before we start the rest of our day, what voice are you feeding? Are you feeding the voice that reminds you of who you're becoming? Are you feeding the voice that keeps dragging you back to who you used to be? Are you feeding the voice that gives you peace? Are you feeding the voice that gives you anxiety or keeps making you anxious? Are you feeding the voice that strengthens your future? Are you feeding the voice that weakens your spirit? And again, I want you to realize today what I'm trying to get you to understand is that not every voice deserves food. You hear people say food for thought. Not every voice deserves food. Not every thought deserves an agreement. Not every fear deserves attention. And not every opinion deserves authority. So this week, I want you to practice feeding what strengthens you. Listen to what I'm saying now. Practice this week feeds what strengthens you. I want you to keep feeding what builds you. If you're liking what I'm liking, go ahead and drop some likes. Let's get these likes. We made it to 200. We're working hard to get to 400. This morning was a 400K goal. If you could help me get to that goal, I will greatly appreciate you. See, it's going to take each one to reach one. When I think about you, I think about, when I think about building things. And I think that, Mark, if you're going to ever build such a strong movement of people who are healing and growing, I always say, look, if you think you can build a tree. I have this theory. When you look at the greatest trees in the world, the biggest trees in the world, they didn't just grow just by themselves. It took billions and trillions of roots. Yeah, roots. And every one of us are like roots. It is what it is. We have the power enough to make a message grow. We have the power enough to get a message out. And there's not one leader, there's not one person, there's not one great person that of great status could be where they are without having a lot of roots. People who believe in what they say. So this week, I want you to feed what strengthens you, feed what builds you, feed what aligns you. I want you to feed what heals you. I want you to feed what brings you closer to God. The voice you keep feeding will eventually become the voice you follow. Are you listening? I'm just saying. I'm just saying we going into a new week, and I want you to know this series in this time is for a reason. This series we going through is for a reason. Today, I really want you to challenge yourself. I want you to do a voice check. You know how when you go to these concerts, they be like, mic check, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. They hit that mic check, 1, 1, 1, 2. I want you to do a mic check today in your life. Ask yourself, who have I been listening to? What conversations have been shaping my mood? What voices have been, shaping my confidence? These are important. And this is a high-level conversation. A lot of people, you may not get this, but those that get it, they get it. All 600 and something of us, we get it. What opinions have been shaping my decisions? Like, what gossip have been shaping how I see people? Just got to ask yourself these questions. And then you got to ask yourself this today. Does this voice deserve access to my next season? Does this voice produce peace in my life, produce wisdom? Or does this voice keeps confusion? And I want you to think about your friends every day, like right now, I want you to think about this because this is serious. This is real life. This is real life. I'm serious. This is real life. And this is why a lot of people, you stay stuck. I'm just talking about the voices that you keep listening to that pull you into fear. It was hard for me to cut my best friend off when I had to. To this day, I still cut him off. To this day. To this very day. When I made a change in my life to say, look, I wanted to start building a business, he said, why you get into a get-rich scheme? And clearly it was not. Clearly it was a business that I got into to help people, fix their credit. How is that a get-rich get? You're going to have to go to work for that. I'm just saying. Sometimes people pull you back into these conversations, they pull you back into these conversations. And they feed the wrong thing. And so I'm telling you to just watch before, do a voice check for me today. Do a voice check for me. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. Before you trust the advice, check the fruit. Before you trust the advice, check the fruit. Some people you will see, they talking, they ain't got no fruit. They just talking. Don't let somebody with no fruit talk you out of what God is trying to grow in you. I'm just saying there are some things that's getting ready to take place, and God is trying to get you to a place right now where he's trying to take you to a whole new level. But there's so many voices around you, and it keeps you confused and it keeps you out of alignment. All right, I want to do a few affirmations with you this morning. And as I say this, and if you agree with what I'm saying, I want you to just type the word I affirm. Say this with me this morning. Today, I guard my ear. Today, I guard my heart. Today, I guard my peace. Today, I guard my future. I will not be led by confusion. I will not be led by fear. I will not be led by gossip. I will not be led by jealousy. I will not be led by bitterness. Today, I choose wisdom. I choose discernment. I choose peace. I choose clarity. I choose truth. I choose God's voice first. I choose conversations that do not pull me out of alignment. I choose voices that help me become better. I choose voices that help me hear God clearer. I choose voices that challenge me with love. I choose voices that protect my future. I choose voices that help me make better decisions. I release the need to let everybody speak into me. I release the guilt of limiting access. I release the habit of letting unhealed people narrate my future. I release every voice that made fear sound smart. I release every voice that made gossip sound like the truth. I release every voice that made bitterness sounds like protection. I am allowed to be selective. I am allowed to protect my peace. I am allowed to choose who speaks into me. I am allowed to stop carrying words that were never from God. I am allowed to walk into this week with a clear mind, a guarded heart, and a steady spirit. I have discernment. I have wisdom, and I have peace. I have clarity. I have authority over what I receive. Every voice does not get access. Every opinion does not get authority. Every fear does not get agreement. This week, I'm going to move different. This week, I choose different. This week, I protect my peace different. Now, if you affirmed all of that, I just want you to say, I affirm. And as we begin to close today, don't just watch what you do today. No. I want you to watch what you hear. I want you to watch what you absorb and watch what you let sit in your spirit. Watch what conversations that you keep replaying. I want you to watch these little voices and, the ones that make you feel small, the ones that make you feel confused, the one that question your peace. That's what I want you to do, because tonight, therapy session, I need you to come prepared. Tonight, we're going deeper. Now, tonight, it's going to be serious. The title of tonight's therapy session is The Pain of Letting the Wrong People Speak into Your Life. We're going to talk about what it cost when the wrong person have shaped your confidence, your relationships, your peace, your trust, your decisions. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Many of us, we need healing from that. So today, protect your ear. Protect your heart, protect your peace, protect your mind, protect the version of you that God is still building. I want you to move different today. I do. I want you to choose different today. I want you to protect your peace different today. And I want you to stop letting every voice shape what God, wisdom, truth, and discernment should be leading in your life. This was your morning reset. Somebody says, I love you, brother. I love you back. Today, we're going to have a great day. I feel good in my spirit. We got our scriptures in today. We got our talk in today. Hey, look, I feel good for you. Let me tell you something. Evil people don't like this. No. There's some people in your life, they don't like when you do anything with therapy. They don't like for you to do anything motivational. They don't like for you to do anything inspirational. When the enemy is really trying to keep you from your greatness, he don't like anything positive in your life. And I'm telling you from experience, and I'm telling you it's just the truth. It's the absolute truth. I believe in you. And I believe that with the right voice, you are going to get to the promise that God had promised. See, God had promised you some things. If you know that God had promised you some things and you know it in your spirit and you know it in your heart, I want you to drop a fire in the comment section. I want you to light the comment section up. If you know that God had promised you something, and he said he was going to do something special for you. And it's like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, Mark. I know he's going to do it for me because he said he will. I can't explain it. The only way you're going to get to his promise is by listening to his voice. That's it. Not your friend's voice, not your family voice. So I'm telling you, in this season, what we're doing right now of why you want to be a part of this series is because you need to understand the things that happen when you listen to the wrong voice. When you listen to the wrong prophet. When you listen to the wrong leader. When you listen to the wrong person. Just because this man or this woman is your supervisor or manager don't mean that they can manage your life. Some of you go to work and whatever your boss say, you believe it. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Some of you go to these churches and whatever this pastor say, you believe it just had to come from God. No, that's not it. I promise you. God speak to you. He's in you. You got a whole spirit in you. You got a whole source of energy and power that lives on the inside of you. And sometimes we get so crowded with everybody else, we never have the time to really just pay attention to what is going on inside of us. We don't trust our own discernment. And so that's why God is leading you to listen to the right voice. Because it's very important. There's some promises you've been asking for. There's some blessings you've been asking for, some favor you've been asking for. There's some clarity you've been asking for. There's another level that you've been asking for, and you're only going to get to that level. You're only going to get there when you can start listening to the right voice. I want to thank everybody that showed up this morning. I want to thank everybody that showed up this morning, you know, for our morning affirmation call. I definitely appreciate In Paris. I appreciate you, L'Oreal. I appreciate you, Mommy Muscle, Stephanie, Lady Dub, Cassandra, Ashley, Miss Beautiful, Allison, E.T. Everybody's that's been giving to me this morning. That definitely encourages me. It definitely let me know that you really honor and you respect my voice. I really appreciate you. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been purchasing my book, 21 Days to Reset. This book will change your life, will help you change your life. But yeah, I know I gave you a lot to think about this morning. And you go out throughout your day today, I know I have given you a lot to think about this morning. Somebody says, I have 2 more chapters to go until I finish your book. If you need the book, let me see if I can put a link inside the comments. She says she has 2 more chapters to go. Let's see here. I'm gonna put the comments here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they may be having some issues right now, but I'll pin it in the comments and you can go get it there. All right, here it is right here. All right, so I just put it in the comments. I'll pin it. You can get the book there. I just pinned it. Yeah. But yeah, so you can get it. She says she has 2 more chapters left. How has it been blessing your life? And so, June 10th, we're doing a workshop. We're doing a workshop on June 10th. And it's going to be on this book. It's going to be some powerful information for 3 days. All right. We're getting close to June 10th. I think we got like 30 something seats left. We only had 50 seats. So it's going to be very powerful. Okay. It's going to be a 3-day workshop. But yeah, it's time for us to listen to the right voice. I don't know about you, but I'm determined. I'm determined to listen to the right voice. I seen somebody says that about an audiobook. Yes, we have an audiobook too. You can get the audio version, also the ebook, or you can get all 3. It's up to you. It's up to you. So yeah, you can get the book on Amazon, but if you get the book on Amazon, it's like more expensive. And I sign all of the books. So I sign all of the books. So if you get it from my site, I want to sign it for you. You'll receive tracking. And you can just follow it. Sometimes it takes 7 to 10 days. It just depends on, it just depends. It just depends. I know that we have a large shipment going out today from I know that we do. But yeah, there's something special that's going on, and I'm trying to really get you to understand, like, in my life didn't change until I got the right voices in my life. I remember my pastor gonna tell me one time, a long time ago, he gonna tell me he don't know why I'm listening to motivational speakers, because God, I can get everything I can get from God. Somebody says, where can I get the ebook? You just click that link that's in the comments, or you can just go to markleejr.com. And once you go to my site, just scroll down, you'll see the book. But if you click on that link right there in the comments, it'll take you straight there. But yeah, I heard somebody tell me, I don't know why you listening to these motivational speakers, because, you should just be listening to God's word. Now, I get it. I get it. I get people can say that. I do get it. But I'm sorry. I have to just tell the truth. Sometimes men of God, they be, sometimes if you're preaching about things in church settings, it's a lot different. It's just a lot different. Sometimes I can't get nothing from you. If you a spiritual advisor, give me spiritual wisdom. There is a time for spiritual wisdom. There is a time for some natural wisdom. There are some times for so many different things in your life. Why? Sometimes these type of leaders are some of the dangerous leaders in the world. I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes these type of leaders you have to be careful for. Only listen to what I got to preach about. Only listen to what I have to say. These are people that is getting ready to set your life up, and all you're going to believe is in one voice. And this is how you end up in cults. This is how you end up listening to the wrong people, because you kept believing. You kept believing in one voice. That's not what God said, even in his Bible. I'm serious. That's not what he said. Like, these be real arguments. So this was one of my real arguments. See, they didn't like me growing up they didn't like me because I had questions. And my questions would be, why do I have to just listen to you about everything? And I really, in 2017, I was really upset with the same church that I was following. I'm like, yo, why everybody in the church broke but you? Why everybody in the church got bad credit but you? Why everybody in the church don't know how to invest their money, don't know how to do nothing, because you don't have no classes for this stuff? Everybody in here is broke but you. So then God started to deal with me on leadership. And I think that if you are going to be a leader, you have to have balance. You have to have balance. Because I don't care how spiritually strong you is. If you broke, you spiritually weak, to be honest with you. Most times, if you broke, you going to go through some pain and problems. And you going to be like, man, I can't pay them bills. I know you can't pay them bills. Them bills piling up, ain't it? And it's going to keep you from, I'm just telling the truth. I'm sorry. I really hate to do this, but it's the truth. I'm not ashamed. But yeah, so you have some people in your life, this is what they do. They say over and over, and they be like, I do believe and listen. I'm not telling you not to listen to God's word, but even God's word tell us what we should be doing. He says that he will give you pastors according to his heart. I'm serious. He said, man, I'm just saying, man, there's safety in a multitude of counsel. Why would he say that? Why would it say that? It's safety in a multitude of counsel. Why would he say that? Because it's not safety if you just got one voice you listening to. I'm not talking about God's voice. I'm talking about a people, because, in this world, we get help. God have people to help design us, to help our design, to help us. Like, I wouldn't be the man that I am today if I was just off my own voice or just following one person. No. I got a whole list of names and mentors that I've never even met. People I've poured into, bought their books. You know what? Let me see. I was just had it the other day. I was gonna show you this new book I got. But yeah, I'm just saying, don't be that person. You can just only listen to me and you only listen to me. That's all you gotta do. That type of voice gonna keep you stuck. That type of voice gonna keep you messed up. That type of voice not gonna take you far. Only listen to me, because man, I will never forget this. I was a little kid and my dad grew up in a specific church. People who know me, I grew up in this Pentecostal church, right? Now, it was like this holiness church, right? Now, it's not that I don't believe like doctrine, but what I don't believe is man-made rules. I don't believe that. Like I'm a firm believer, like, God have given me way more common sense to believe in man-made rules. I'm not going for it. I don't care about none of that. Like if you done made some stuff up and you want everybody to do what you want them to do, and it ain't even in the scripture, that's not me. That's not me. And so I'm that guy. So look, I was a young man and I was changing my life. And so this new pastor that I got wasn't even in, this was, man, oh my goodness, this is so long ago. He wasn't even in my dad's church. So I had got this new pastor that I really believe in, right? And he was like, bro, you need to go get your life right. You need to get baptized. So I went home to my dad's church and I'm like, yo, I need to get baptized. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. This man gonna tell me he couldn't baptize me because I wasn't a member of the church. You hear what I just said? This man said, nah, I can't baptize you because then he gonna say, well, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you being a member of this church? Is your daddy a member of this church? If I'm good enough for your daddy, I should be good enough to you. I said, well, see, you don't know your scripture, pastor. And see, this is why they hate when they despise on young people. They despised me when I was young. Hey, Bible says that God give you pastors according to his heart. Not my daddy heart, not your heart, not my auntie heart, not my cousin heart. This be some real life stuff, man. People really be wanting you to, you got to go to my church because this is this and this is that. No, that ain't what God said though. So I'm a firm believer. If you get caught in this world believing things one way and you don't have multitude of counsel around you, you're going to fall. Your life is going to be in error. These are principles that I learned as a kid. These are real life principles. If you don't listen to what I'm saying, you're going to mess yourself up trying to listen to one person. You listen to one person. Now, I'm not telling you to go out here and you just listen to everything. I'm talking about true wisdom people. I'm talking about people who have a real voice and their voices. Okay, you might need a physical coach. You might need somebody to help you at the gym. You might need a trainer. Well, a trainer is different from a financial person. A trainer is different from your pastor at the church. But what I'm saying is, there's going to be some things that you learn from him that you can't learn from your pastor. There's going to be some things that you learn. So you got to stop being so one-dimensional in your thinking and remember that there's safety in the multitude of counsel.